What's up guys, I'm Sean, doing something different today, helping my buddy Surf install the Lomax stance heart cover on his 2025 Hyundai Santa Cruz. He picked this up from godexhaust.com. Check out their website or email them for some special pricing. So today we're going to be installing this heart cover on his Santa Cruz. Alright, here's what's included with the kit. You see that picture right there? So you have the two side rails, obviously the cover, the front railing, some weather stripping, and some mounting hardware. Following the instructions, we're going to move some of these Torx T30 bolts on the bulkhead and on the side. So the outer one on the side, and 1, 2, and 4. One on the outside, and then 1, 2, skip 3, but remove number 4. Torx T30. Number 2. Skip number 3. Remove number 4. And do 50mm bolt with the small bracket, lock washer and washer, and the 60mm with the bigger bracket, lock washer and washer. Now we're on to the next step. We're going to clean this corner with alcohol and install this pad right here. Kit comes with alcohol. Clean that corner. Clean this corner. Move the paper backing and install the pad flush to the bulkhead. Like that. Now we're going to install the header bar. It's basically like an L bracket. It has the padding that goes towards the back side of the truck, and the 50mm railing bracket, and we're going to torque it to 5.8 foot-pounds, which is not much at all. It's basically hand tight. Alright, now I have the header bar with the foam padding. Line it up. Alright, it's all lined up. Now we're going to install the small bracket with the 50mm bolt. This is how the bracket goes. Lines up. Finger tight for now. Make sure it's all flush. This side's flush. This side moves up. This side's up here. And then just torque it down to 5 foot-pounds, which is basically hand tight. Now we're going to install the side rails. So the 60mm bolts with the 3 clamps, with the bolts that we removed on one side. And on the other side, we're going to loosely install it first before we mount up the side rails. Make sure to install these plastic pieces underneath these large brackets, because that's what's going to protect it from damaging this part. Now that we have the brackets ready to go with those little plastic pieces, we're going to install it at position number 4, 2, and 1 that we removed earlier. And the plastic pieces are at the bottom. Loosely install it before we install the rails. Now we're going to mount up the side rail. This is the driver's side. This piece is the front of the side rail. And we're going to try to mount this up so it stays flush. Alright, this is how it looks with the side rail installed. This is the front of the side rail. Plastic pieces there. Mounts it up. This side as well. This side as well. And it sits flush with the top of the box. And we have to do the same for the other side, and then torque it to 5.8 foot-pounds, which again is basically hand tight. Alright, the passenger side is installed as well. Let's move to the next step. Now we're going to clean the header bar with alcohol wipe. And install this gasket. So it's like an L gasket. So the tall part faces inside of the box. The adhesive goes down onto the header bar. Gasket installs like this. It's like an L gasket. Tall part faces inside the box. So it basically lines up with the side rails. More weatherproofing. Alright, now we're ready to install the cover. I carefully slid in the tonneau cover to the truck, making sure that that latch falls into that section right there, and the one on that side. And if you look underneath, the cover slides into the perfect spot of that plastic piece. On this side as well, right there. This is the string we pull to remove the latch, but the latch falls into the right section, and we just have to install this hook right there. This is a safety hook, and this side as well. Alright, I brought it down and it clicked into place. So let's see how it looks. We're not done yet, but look at that. Nice. I swung this out from this clip. Looks like this. This is magnetic. We'll just pop it on like that. Do the same for this side. And the idea is that we're gonna put this magnetic adhesive on the roof of the car. Now we swung the lid open, so we're mocking it up. So it's a magnet right there, magnet on that side. They say minimum 1 inch distance, but we're gonna do 1.5 inches just to give a little bit more room. So now we have to put a little bit of primer underneath here and install that. The kit came with primer. Undo the primer. So there's a little bit of glass, so you just squeeze it hard, it cracks the glass, the primer comes out, and we already cleaned this area with alcohol. Move this backing, and this thing is magnetic, so it's going to suck down, so be careful, line it up before you get too close, or the magnet right now is already wanting to suck down. And then hold it down for 10 seconds. The magnetic adhesive mounts have been installed on the roof, but we're not going to actually put it to use for 48 hours. You want the adhesive to really stick. But the idea is that these pivot links swing out, and then you just click it to right there. And that's only for some transportation when you want this to be open. Alright guys, that's a wrap. Lomax stance cover installed on a 2025 Hyundai Santa Cruz. It sits nice and flush. It has a little cutout that matches the contour of the truck bed. From the side, it's very low profile, so nice and clean. So the one downside is the automatic tailgate doesn't open anymore. Go ahead and try to open it, Surf. So the cover has a little bit of friction with the gasket, so it prevents it from opening automatically. So for example, when I pull this string, I have the cover up. And go ahead and open the trunk. So you lose that automatic function because of the cover. That's the one downside. Otherwise, it's all positives. You still have access to the storage compartment. Lift that up. See, once you flip the tri-cover over, you still have access to that, which is good. Give an example of how to remove the cover. Alright, to remove the cover is pretty simple. You're gonna pull the string down here. It removes that. And the string right there. And there's the safety carabiner hook. You're gonna pop that off. And then move the carabiner on the other side. Pull this string down here, and then slide it back towards you, towards your knees. And the whole cover comes off, just like that. So it takes less than a minute. Let's weigh it. So it's about 33-34 pounds. So not too heavy, not too light, but manageable by one person. Alright, so let's install it back onto the truck. So this is the front part of the cover that goes towards the cabin. So remember, there's this little area right here that's going to slide under the L panel, and this has a spot as well. So let's go ahead and install it. So you're gonna carefully slide the front part to the truck. It slides in, make sure that area I showed you earlier goes under the L panel. And this part right here goes onto that. So you push it down, fix down. Go ahead and install the carabiner. The other side. Okay, then put the cover down. This area right there goes before this area. Fix down. And you see this right here, it kind of goes underneath here. So it takes about a minute to remove, about a minute to reinstall. So here's a little pro tip. There's a little gasket right here. So you can put the cover down and then cover it, but I think it's gonna eventually eat up this gasket. So what I do on my truck that has a Lomax cover is that I actually like to lift this up first, close the bed, then I put down the cover. You don't have to do that, I just do that to give this little gasket a little extra life. So now I just click it down, this corner down. That's it, it's installed. So let's do a little quick water test. So this cover is not going to be 100% waterproof, but it should be about 90% or more. I got my water hose, do a little test like if it's raining, or a car wash, back glass. Simulating a car wash or some hard rain. Alright, let's do a test, sir. Go ahead and open it up. It's liquid there.
Open it all the way, or do it like this first?
Alright, I don't see any water in there. It looks pretty good. Maybe in a couple little water in the front by the bulkhead. See a little bit of water in there. So let's open it up. See some on the side. Alright, so most of the water came in through the front area by the bulkhead. And again, this is with a water hose, so if you go through a hard car wash, it'll probably happen, or really hard rain. So there's water in the front by the bulkhead. So again, these covers are never going to be 100% waterproof, but it should be about 90% or so. Water came through, so make sure you don't put anything really valuable in here in a hard rain or a car wash. But overall, you know, it's pretty dry besides that area right there. Alright, so overall, Surf is happy with the cover. You get some privacy, some weather protection, and more importantly, the added security. He thought about going with a vinyl or leather cover, but that can be easily cut. This has aluminum backing and it's black polyurethane, so you can't slice through this. Obviously, if someone really wanted to get into it, they could, but it's not as easy as cutting through vinyl. So cover is installed, it looks nice and flush. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. If you're ever carrying big stuff in the bed, but you don't want to remove the cover, that's what this pivot arm is for. You swing this out like this, all the way. That's pivot arm the other one, all the way. And then you install it to this magnetic point right there. We're not going to do that now because we wouldn't let it cure for 48 hours. But the idea is that the pivot arm attaches right there, and now you can drive like this with your stuff in the bed. And then when you're done, take it off that little magnet area, slide it back here, and then put the cover back down.